You said you also wanted to clear up this car stealing business.
She doesn't bother to mention the fact that I've been teaching the girls to drive lately, you know? So he wants to be like them, think he can drive. And, you know, he'll act like he's pretending driving and they'll just laugh. That's a lot of things that encourages a lot of this behavior because they laugh and he thinks he's a comedian and putting on a show. So then he takes a little further. Well, the day with the car, the keys were on the table. You know, I heard a scream. I go upstairs, and there's the car. The guy mowing the grass next door had caught him and put it in park, but this is after he'd hooked the front end on the bumper of the truck and pulled the front end off. And he never made it into the road or anything. The guy pulled it into the road, you know, like backed it up because the back end was hanging on the street. But he was just going back and forth in the driveway. And I think the only reason he did that is because he's been watching sissies drive cars lately with me, and he wants to do it too. Even though I tell him he can't. He's not old enough.
That's a lie. He's not even in the car when you're teaching them how to drive.
Okay, well,
Yes,
these are the
times.
girls right here. You guys are, these are the twins, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and while he was saying this, you guys had your mouths agape and shaking your head no. What did you want to say?
He taught me how to drive once.
He taught you how to drive once?
You
Yeah.
just asked me last week
Months
if I
ago.
would take you
I might
driving
have
again
asked
after
you,
I get the
but
Maxima
I never
fixed.
drove the car with you. That's a lie. I drove with you once.
Okay, you're Lauren,
You've drove
right?
with me several times.
You're Lauren, right?
Yeah.
And you're Leanna? Okay, so he hasn't been watching you do this a lot. I don't want to exaggerate and make something bigger than it is, but he did get the keys. Mm-hmm. He did get in the car.
Yep.
He did start it. Mm-hmm. He did put it in gear.
Yes, he did.
He did move the car.
Yes, he did.
He did change gears, move it again. Mm-hmm. Change gears, move it again. He was going back and forth.
Yeah, a couple times is what the guy said.
Yeah. Do you think that it's normal to have to watch and hide your keys from an 8-year-old?
Well, it shouldn't be, but it's gotten worse. I think, you know, he's creative, but at the same time, he gets so drugged up at times that he doesn't know the difference. He's on such strong mind-altering stuff at times. I mean, he sits there. I mean, when he was younger, he was 4 years old, he'd be looking at me, and he'd have this stare in his eyes, and I could see the pain in his eyes while he's trying to talk to me, and he couldn't get it out. I mean, it'd take him 10 seconds to say, "Daddy, I love you." He'd have to sit there and squint, close his eyes, and it made me sick to my stomach.